Hey guys, Nicky here. So, Aztec Warfare 3 just happened. That was my cat. Aztec Warfare 3 just happened, and it was a hell of a match. Now, for those of you out of the loop, Aztec Warfare is basically Lucha Underground's answer to the Royal Rumble. It's a 20-man elimination match, only it's not over the top rope. The only ways to get wins are by pinfall or submission, which means no disqualifications, no countouts. Fuck yes. And the last two Aztec Warfares have been really, really, really good. Like the first one pretty much put Prince Puma / Ricochet on the map, and the second one was basically the start of Matanza killing people. So this match had a lot to live up to, and by God, did it ever. Like, Aztec Warfare 3 was awesome, and the finish, well, we'll get into that in a second. So this is basically just going to be a review of the episode, basically from start to finish. So the episode started with Dario Cueto heading to Matanza's cage when Johnny Mundo came out and basically said that he was going to win the title and hold Gift of the Gods. And because... oh, now he's on my bed. Now because Johnny Mundo's being such a douche, basically Dario Cueto forced him to come out at number 2. Which means we get Cueto versus Mundo. Ha 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 ha. Sweet vengeance. So the match starts. Mundo's kind of trying to play keep away. Son of Havoc comes out at number 3. They do some stuff. Like, the early parts of the match really weren't all that exciting. It was a lot of running away from Matanza and basically ganging up on him so that the other people could have some time to shine. One of the big highlights for me was actually the newcomer, Jeremiah Crane, which some of you might know as Sami Callihan, others might know him as NXT's Solomon Crow. Like, literally every single kick that he threw had just this loud slap attached to it. So he was just kicking dudes' fucking faces off. And just one after another, and it was great. You know what? This match really helped me get on board with Jeremiah Crane, especially his finisher, which he hit on Mariposa, which was basically a double underhook pile driver, which I believe he called the Crane Killer, or Crane, something like that. But unfortunately, Jeremiah was the first victim of Matanza and first guy eliminated with a big bridging German suplex. That's a damn shame. But you know what? I'm on board with Jeremiah Crane, and I will say this one match has already done more to get him over than his entire run in NXT. Then Mariposa got eliminated with a big choke slam. And then after that happened, there was basically a lot of... there wasn't that many more eliminations for quite a while as the field kind of filled out. I believe PJ Black popped up around here, then Mariposa, or no, this was after that. So Mysterio popped up, then Dr. Wagner, Marty the Moth, Jack Evans, and those guys basically, like, once Jack Evans arrived and you had Mundo, Black, and Evans in the ring together, Worldwide Underground basically just started taking over the match. Wherever Matanza wasn't killing people, Mundo, Black, and Evans were. And they were just taking people out left and right. Son of Havoc got eliminated really early in the match, and that kind of just made people go, Then Pentagon... next came Sexy Star. She came out. Then Ricky Mandel came back, which was... there was kind of a funny thing with Ricky Mandel. Ricky Mandel was actually the one who was playing Trece. Trece, in Spanish, is 13. Ricky Mandel came out at number 13. Ha! So... Mandel comes out, and Pentagon Dark just murders the shit out of him, hits him with a package pile driver, and he's about to pin him when all of a sudden Black Lotus comes back with 3, what can only be described as ninja ladies. 3 fucking ninja ladies. Lucha Underground, goddamn, I love you. And from what I heard, these 3 women are actually big in one of the big all-women promotions. I think it was Stardom. Okay, yeah, it was 3 women from Stardom. Io Shirai, Kairi Hojo, and Mayu Iwatani. I butchered those names like something crazy, but I tried. I tried, gosh darn it. So yeah, Black Lotus's triad group, I guess this is, basically killed the shit out of Pentagon. That was really cool. Two of them hit Hurricane Rana's. Black Lotus hit something, I can't remember what. And then the 4th one threw out a big sunset flip power bomb, and it was just, whoo! I want to see more of these. I want to see more of these ladies, because that was really cool. And then they ran away, and then Mundo pinned him. That was actually a recurring theme. Mundo did that a couple of times, basically pinning people who were already dead and then celebrating like he had done something substantial, you know? After that, Masquerita Sagrada came out and then attacked Matanza, which was dumb! It was really dumb. Like, he literally made a beeline for Matanza and got murdered. Like, Matanza literally did a double rotation on the Wrath of the Gods just to kind of... Because it's a small person, you can kind of do more with that. And Matanza just ate Masquerita Sagrada's lunch. It was... 15 was Famous B, and Famous B basically fangasmed over getting to meet Rey Mysterio, tried to give him his card, was like 4-2-3, and Rey Mysterio was like 6-1-9, and then hit him with a 6-1-9. It was quite a fun moment. Then came the Mac came out, which was, goddamn, I love some Mac. Like, this was around the time Marty the Moth got eliminated, and then as Marty was walking out of the ring, here comes Mac. How you doing? A stunner for you. Like, I don't know how many people Mac gave stunners to, but it was a lot. He gave a lot of people stunners, and by God, that's what he should be doing. Then came Joey Ryan. Joey Ryan tried to do his old handcuff himself to the... this time he tried to handcuff himself to the stairs so that people wouldn't come by and constantly beat the crap out of him. But what he forgot to take into account was that people come down the stairs to come to the ring, and who comes out at number 18? The next one up was Mil Muertes. Oh dear. And then Muertes literally ripped the thing off, or ripped his handcuffs off, got him into the ring, and he got hit with a flatliner at the same time that Dr. Wagner Jr. got eliminated with Wrath of the Gods. And literally there was this great moment where Matanza and Muertes were staring at each other while they were pinning Wagner and Ryan, and it was beautiful. Like, and then we got this big thing again between another battle between Muertes and Matanza. I need more of that in my life. 19 was Cobra Moon, who basically just sat on the sat on the announcer's table for a little while. That was all right. And number 20 was Drago. Drago and Cobra seemed to be getting into a thing. Like, apparently they were in the same tribe together or something. And they started fighting for a little while. It was around this time that the Mac started becoming everyone's hero because he hit Jack Evans with a stunner and pinned him. And then he hit PJ Black with a stunner, or with actually a pop-up stunner, and pinned him. So now there's only one member of Worldwide Underground, and all of a sudden the momentum's changed in the match, and it's like, oh yeah. Then Cobra got eliminated by Drago with his like weird dragon pin thing. Like, I kind of like Drago's pinning maneuver, because it looks like the kind of thing where people should be struggling in there and like trying to find a way out, but it seems like it's really solid, so yeah. And then Drago ended up getting murdered by Matanza. Like, he threw out this new kind of finisher that I don't think we've seen Matanza hit yet, so like Drago just died. And then it was down to 6 people. Matanza, Mundo, Mysterio, Oh, Sexy Star, Muertes, and Mac. And Mysterio and Matanza start going into it. And remember, these were the last two guys in last year's in last year's Aztec Warfare. And these guys are fighting for a while. And then all of a sudden, it looks like Matanza's about to hit this big powerbomb move or something like that. And Mysterio reverses it into a sunset flip powerbomb and pins Matanza. Okay, Matanza's not champion anymore. Surprise, surprise. That was an oh shit son moment. And yeah, crowd popped massive. Dario was losing his mind. And after he got pinned, and he kicked out at like 3.1, by the way, so like he wasn't buried too hard by it. But like after that, Matanza beat the shit out of Mysterio. He like threw him into the guardrail, threw him all over, hit him with the Wrath of the Gods, and then Mundo came in and got another pin that way. Haha, you bastard. Then it was down to 4: Mundo, Muertes, Star, and Mac. Mundo brought back PJ Black and Jack Evans, which, why didn't they just stay? I don't know. Anyway, they start beating down, I think, both Mac and Sexy. And they're about to finish off Sexy when all of a sudden Angelico returns! And he hits his big diving off of Dario's office crossbody from like 20 feet up, and it was, yeah, God, you have a death wish, Angelico. Great to have you back. But it was such a great moment. He's finally back. Hopefully this time he doesn't get immediately injured again. Like after the last one, like after he came back for Ultima Lucha Dos, like literally the season 3 premiere, they're like, oh, we injured him again. Just like, fucking hell. But yeah, now he's back, and hopefully he gets to feud with Worldwide Underground for a little while. Seems like there's going to be a lot of people who want to feud with him. Like, everybody seems to want a piece of them. Like, Sexy does, Mac probably does, Angelico. Like, you could probably put together a 6-man team or something just of people who want to freaking beat the shit out of those guys. But, so after that, Sexy Star pinned Mundo. Then basically it was Mac and Sexy versus Muertes, and Mac just got fucking munched on by Muertes. He took a big spear and like ragdolled, and he took a flatliner on his head. If you've ever seen that video of RVD taking an RKO, it looked just like it. Like, dude spiked himself. And then after that, it was finally down to 2 people, Muertes and Sexy Star. Muertes was just beating her down. Muertes pulls out a table and a chair, sets up the table in the corner, and grabs the chair and starts and looks like he's going to set up for a flatliner on the table or on the chair, and Sexy reversed it into a DDT on the chair. Then after that, Sexy just started wailing on Muertes with like 4 or 5 chair shots to the head. And I get the fact that Lucha Underground basically uses special chairs that are like very thin metal, like you're basically getting hit with a cookie sheet. But still, seeing somebody take unprotected chair shots like that, one after another, ugh. But then again, it fit into the narrative of the story, so I guess it makes sense. But still, then Mill made a comeback Like, that only got a 2 count. Mill made a comeback. Looked like he was about to spear Sexy through the table in the corner. Sexy dodged. He ate a table, or he ran into the table. Mill made another comeback and set up another table in the corner, and it looked like Sexy was going to get flatlinered off the top rope through a table, and then Sexy fought back, pushed Muertes through the table, and then hit him with a double stomp, and that was your pin. And Sexy Star is now your Lucha Underground champion. Whoo, boy. And let me tell you, there was some discourse when that happened. Like, man, there was a lot of people who aren't happy with this one. And you know what? To be fair, I can understand some of the criticism. Like, Sexy Star does tend to not bring it every so often, and she can be a little bit... What's the opposite of stiff? Like, it seems like her moves do not do a whole lot of damage. That's Sexy Star a lot of the time. And I can understand that criticism, but at the same time, when Sexy Star brings it, by God does she bring it. I need look no further than the No Mas match, where that match literally sold me on Sexy Star forever. Like, if she's willing to go through that kind of thing, then, you know what, I can get on board with her forever. Like, she is. Like, she and Mariposa just tore the house down, and I'm okay with Sexy Star as champion. Like, I think this is only the second promotion that has ever had a female hold a top title amongst promotions that have intergender stuff. And yeah, Sexy Star's champion. I don't think she's going to hold it for very long, because there's going to be plenty of people who want it back. Specifically, I believe that the main event for next week is Johnny Mundo cashing in Gift of the Gods against him, and he's going to have all of Worldwide Underground in his corner, so you just know that they're going to like try and stack the deck, and maybe next week the title gets put on Johnny Mundo. I'd be kind of okay with that. Like, hot potatoing the title might not be the greatest thing in the world, but you know what that would lead? That would eventually lead to Mundo versus Matanza for the title, because I think that would mean that Matanza would be next in line for another title shot, and I want to see that, because you just know Dario is going to want to be like, you know what, I'm getting really sick of your shit, so I'm going to put you in a match with Matanza for the title. Ha 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 ha. Lol. But yeah, like, I think that it was a really, really good match. It lived up to the hype that it had going into it. It made... a lot of people had really, really big performances that are going to be remembered from this. Like, it helped put Jeremiah Crane on the map. Maybe not to the extent that Aztec Warfare 1 put Puma, or Aztec Warfare 2 put Matanza on the map, but Jeremiah Crane had a really good performance, and I could see him being like a Gift of the Gods candidate in the near future or something. Who knows? Mysterio looked really, really strong. Marty the Moth even had some good moments where he basically just kind of like no-sold the fear of going up against Matanza. Like, he literally just walked up to Matanza and slapped him in the face. That was just like, oh my fucking god, you are cool. The Mac looked like an absolute juggernaut. Like, anytime you can make it to the final 3 in this style of match, yeah, that's really, really good. Of course, Matanza got to eliminate like 4 or 5 people again. And, yeah, this match did a lot for a lot of people. Sexy Star is champ. There's plenty of ways that this can go. And I don't think that this is the doom and gloom situation that that people were worried about it being. Because Yeah, I accidentally did get spoiled on this one a little bit ahead of time, and I was kind of wondering how they were going to make this work because the prospect of Sexy Star being champion kind of turns off a lot of people. I was I was pretty much okay with it, but at the same time I could see the criticisms that people would have. But yeah, this match basically sold me on the idea just as hard as the No Mas match did. So overall, Aztec Warfare 3, top notch show, or top notch match, will probably be in the running for Haymakers' best match of 2016. So that's basically all. I just wanted to get a video out on this big subject. So yeah, that's pretty much it. We're going to be doing the Survivor Series video later this week. Probably going to have a recap after that, and we've got plenty of more videos. So wherever that cat is, Biscuit says goodbye, and so do I. See y'all later.